Jedi Fallen Order is an incredibly detailed game with lots of hidden Easter eggs and things for you to find while exploring. I recently finished the story and have been going back through each planet to look for more hidden details and things I didn't find the first time around. Hey everyone, it's Andrew, and today I'm going to share some of that stuff with you, along with some cool details about the game you might not have known. Some stuff that's really unique and one of a kind to this game, never seen before in any other Star Wars game. So here we go. Also, just a heads up, if you haven't finished the story, this video might contain some minor spoilers. Also, I'm giving away a few copies of Jedi Fallen Order, one on my Instagram, one on Twitter, and one on Discord. To win a copy of Fallen Order on a platform of your choice, go follow me on these pages, and there's more details about that in the description. Okay, first up, did you know that each lightsaber color in Fallen Order actually has its own sound? Every single lightsaber blade in the game sounds different, with a different unique ignition sound, and to me, it sounds like some of the sabers even have a different hum sound. Here, take a listen to the differences. Some of these are the iconic lightsaber ignition sounds heard in the films. I'm pretty sure the blue lightsaber ignition is really similar to a lot of the other blue saber ignitions from the prequels, but I'm really glad Respawn went to the detail of making each lightsaber color unique. Makes each one feel different, and like the color isn't just a skin change, it's the actual crystal that's different. Also, I'm really glad Cal grabbed a bunch of extra crystals while on Ilum and didn't just get the one. Imagine traveling all the way to the other side of the galaxy just for one crystal. Good thinking, Cal. He knew we'd want to swap them out and do all the customization and stuff. But for real, I was worried that in that part of the story where it offers you all the different colors, he'd just choose one and that's all you'd get. But no, he grabbed a few extras. Good on you, Cal. Okay, this next detail blew my mind. So after you finish the story in Fallen Order, if you return to Ilum, you'll notice the planet has changed. This is before and this is after. Now, we know about the Empire mining this planet for kyber crystals, establishing an imperial settlement on the planet in the unknown regions. That's what they're doing here to begin with, but there's more to it than that. A lot of people believe Ilum is turning into Starkiller Base. The cutout and change in the planet's structure here look very similar to the construction on Starkiller Base. Also, both Ilum and Starkiller Base have a cold, snow-covered climate. Consulting Wikipedia, both are located in the same location in the unknown regions, in the same sector, and with the same grid coordinates. So although this is yet to be officially confirmed, I feel like it's pretty safe to assume Ilum becomes Starkiller Base progressively between Revenge of the Sith and The Force Awakens. All signs are pointing heavily towards this, not like Disney are trying to keep it a secret. It looks pretty obvious. The planets literally have the same coordinates and dimensions. And this would make sense in terms of why the Empire chose Ilum to use for the construction of Starkiller Base. Ilum's main resource is kyber crystals, incredibly valuable to both the Jedi and the Empire as a source of power. What you're seeing here is the Empire's mining effect on the planet, mining for kyber crystals. Another fun little detail, Ilum makes an appearance in the Clone Wars TV show, but also made an appearance in the now non-canon Clone Wars Cartoon Network TV show, where Yoda goes to Ilum to save Master Luminara Unduli and Padawan Barriss Offee, who was completing her Jedi training. Loved this show as a kid, and I forgot about this episode until googling the planet just now. Okay, next up, did you know you can actually adopt a pet to come aboard the Stinger Mantis? On Bogano, if you exit your ship and head down the ramp here, located right beneath your ship, you'll see a few of these boggling creatures, which look like a mix between a fox and a squirrel.
Huh? Hey there, little guy.
If you head all the way down here and force push this wall, you'll see this little bogling looking up at you. And if you interact with him, he'll become a companion on the ship. So far, I've only seen him hiding in the air vents, and Grease doesn't even know he's on the ship.
Anyone else hear that weird noise earlier?
No, I didn't hear anything.
But the Bogling will stay on the ship from this point forward. Always wanted a Star Wars space pet, like a Porg, or like a BD-1 I guess. I just hope BD-1 doesn't get jealous Cal's adopted another pet. And speaking of BD-1, the next detail on this list, did you know that BD-1's sound effects were actually created by Ben Burtt? The Ben Burtt, the sound designer responsible for creating nearly every iconic Star Wars sound ever, such as lightsabers, blasters, blast doors, Darth Vader's breathing, R2-D2, seismic charges. This guy is a living legend. He created the sound of Star Wars, and now his newest addition to the Star Wars universe is the voice of BD-1.
Hey, BD-1.
Incredible they got him back. He hasn't worked on Star Wars since The Force Awakens. Also, another little interesting fact, he also worked as an editor on all 3 of the prequel films. The sequence where Anakin and Padme look out to each other from across Coruscant is some of my favorite editing in all of Star Wars, and it's cool thinking this man had something to do with building this scene, and now he's also the creator of BD-1's voice. Huge fan. Love Ben Burtt. Next up is one of Fallen Order's more subtle details. Cal has several custom lightsaber sheath animations which occur randomly after fighting a group of enemies. There are multiple animations hidden in the game which you can't recreate or replicate. They happen completely randomly whenever the game decides it wants to play one. Super cool when these happen. I always try and look out for them to occur after I fight a group of enemies, but they're so rare I'm usually disappointed. Apparently Respawn included a few similar rare animations in Apex Legends, and it's becoming one of the studio's things that they do. But keep an eye out for these in Fallen Order, and if you ever see one, send it to me on Twitter or Instagram. Would love to see how many of these there actually are. Okay, next, did you know you can actually slice the security droids using BD-1 and turn them into an ally? This is an upgrade you can unlock for BD-1 about halfway through the game from a customization table. Once you have the upgrade, force pull a probe droid towards you, then press the down arrow to hack the droid. Then stand back and watch as they shoot Imperial troopers and other probe droids. They don't do too much damage, unfortunately, and I feel like doing this in combat, especially on the harder difficulties, isn't all that practical, but still fun that this is in the game. You can definitely have a bit of a laugh with this and watch stormtroopers struggle as they take fire from their allies. And after you slice the droid, they'll remain hacked. There's not a time limit on this. They'll stay hacked. And you can still destroy them once they've been hacked, but probably better to just leave them converted to the Rebellion. And I wish I could take one of these back with me on the Stinger Mantis as a pet and have it come on missions as backup. Now that'd be something. That'd be very, very practical. Bring on the probe droid on the ship. I bet Grease will be happy. And while we're on the subject of enemies attacking other enemies, the next detail is about friendly fire. You might have noticed while playing Fallen Order that enemies can hit one another. For example, when a stormtrooper fires a rocket or blaster, it can hit other Imperial troops and kill them. I did a little test with this rocket trooper and purge trooper. I kept avoiding the rocket fire and didn't attack the purge trooper myself to see if the rockets would eventually kill the purge trooper. And they eventually did. I've also heard people say sometimes the stormtroopers say sorry after hitting one another. I'm yet to hear this though. If you hear a stormtrooper say sorry in the game, please let me know. Okay, next up, have you noticed that giant dragon reptile creature in the distance on Bogano? I'm sure some of you have probably tried to get over to it. I tried doing this on the first time I went to Bogano, but this isn't possible. It's out of bounds. But there are a couple of secrets to discover about this creature. First up, it's called the Binog. If you go to this part of the map here and drop down, take out the few creatures, grab the item while you're at it, then you can go over to this wall and scan the mural. You'll get some information on the creature. This mural was created by the Zepho, and Cordova thought the presence of the Binog on Bogano was a key factor for the Zepho in choosing Bogano as the location for the vault, because of the importance of the Binog in Zepho art. And then if you travel to this location on the map, you can get the second piece of information about the Binog next to this fold-up chair. But this one might take a little time to appear. The interaction button won't appear until the Binog in the distance is facing a certain way, so wait here around this spot or leave and come back until you see it come up. I waited here a while and went splashing in a puddle for a bit until it finally showed up. I think maybe you also have to be facing the direction of the Binog, and then BD1 will jump down from your shoulder to trigger the hidden secret. The Binog is an enormous amphimammalian creature only found on Bogano. They can live for thousands of years and only breed once per lifetime, meaning there's not that many of them left. Cool little bit of lore about this giant creature, but I really wish we could get up close. Go and say hi, maybe jump on its back and go for a ride, that'd be fun. Next detail, if you watch BD1 while the Stinger Mantis is traveling at light speed, sometimes you'll see him being a little cheeky and press one of the buttons on the ship's control panel. He even looks up at Grease to make sure he's not looking. Very sneaky little move here, gets away with it every time. And he'll keep doing it in a loop as you fly. Man, I love BD1. And did you know that you can actually interact with BD1 at any point while exploring? If you're feeling a little lonely in the world or want to strike up a brief conversation, press the down arrow on your controller on console and Cal will say hi to BD1, ask him if he's okay, or ask him for reassurance. If you're stuck on a puzzle, you can also press the down arrow to ask BD1 for a hint, where Cal and BD will talk out some of the puzzle clues. I have to admit I was spamming this button during some of the puzzles. I was so stuck and couldn't figure them out on my own. I needed BD1's help. So there you go, guys. Did you notice any of these details in the game? And what's one detail you know about that I've missed or didn't include on this list? Let me know in the comments. Also, for details on the Jedi Fallen Order giveaway, follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Discord. You can find links to those in the description. And go watch one of my other Fallen Order videos, like this one where I compared dual wield in Fallen Order to Jedi Academy dual wield, where you can actually keep both sabers out permanently and not just use them as part of a combo move. It's very cool. Go check that out. And thanks for watching this. My name's Andrew. I'll catch you soon.
Stay bombastic.